I was thinking this should be bigger.
Yeah.
I think I make it bigger and see if it'll work. Let's see what that looks like. Whatever. It's kind of iffy. Man, you caught me at a bad time. I was like, I didn't cut my hair, do nothing. I'm wearing a shirt that got pizza stains and Chipotle stains on it.
It's your
And I
eat
got,
shirt.
yeah, well, it's my, I don't care. And then I got paint all over my hands. I think I should be done with that stuff by tomorrow, though. So we'll see.
Nice.
Hopefully, we'll see.
That's exciting.
So we got two men, two. Switch the layouts and see what happens. Nope, that's not it. Nope, nope, nope. It's so weird. It doesn't like let you do a good one. Look at that. Your face is covered. I was looking at this and I saw that there's a layout that you can change on this. So I might try to like do like a custom layout. Oh, say hello to everybody that's here. Everybody that's joined us. Hello, hello everyone. Hello.
Oh,
Hello, Boba. Hello, Digital. Hello, son of a dude, man. I keep saying it, man. He keeps posting all of these pictures, bro.
he's crushing it.
He is, man. I like the one he did today just a little while ago. It was cool. Husky, how you doing? Dom, Paul, good to see you. Good to see everybody. I know we're one man short tonight, so maybe he'll do a guest appearance a little bit. I think I think it's still under review.
I don't think he met Bond yet.
Mm, yeah, so we're gonna have to wait and see if he comes in.
You can't get caught parking in your Thunder tank with a lady and not expect to go to jail. I mean,
I'm wondering if she caught on, and I wonder if he maybe bought the Thunder tank. You saw the prototype that they put out about it?
yeah.
Yeah. So.
He's,
Oh, made it. He made it. He's making an appearance like Bernard King,
oh,
like like.
you met Bond? You made Bond?
What's happening, man?
Good to see you, bro.
Man,
I'm
Close
happy,
to
bro. I'm
Bond.
happy.
I
You
couldn't
did.
let my guys down, man.
He
Couldn't
said,
let
you
my
can't.
guys.
You can't take
You
me
guys
down to
are
county.
time. What's going on?
Dude.
Oh, man, good to see you.
It's got 8:34.
I know we were stalling. We were stalling a little bit. As I was sitting there thinking, I go, man, is he gonna make it? We were talking about it for a second. I was like, we'll see. We stalled.
Yeah.
Good to see you. The crew is here, man. The crew is here. We should stamp this.
Yeah.
This changes everything.
The circle is complete.
Yes, it is. Good to see you, bro. Good to see both of you guys. All right, let's get this on because this adds an extra hour onto the show now.
Whole nother layer.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so here we go. All right, everyone. Hello, everyone. My name is Paige. Welcome to episode 124 to Hangout, where we give you positive insight in the world of collecting in a very chilled and relaxed atmosphere. I'm joined by my two partners in crime. One came a little bit late in the limo, but it's better late than never. I'm happy to have you here, both of you guys. How you guys doing tonight?
Good, man. Good.
Good.
Surviving.
Mm-hmm. Before we start the show, let me switch this out really quick. I don't like to put people's business out, but I'm trying to figure out how to touch this the right way. So if you aren't aware, really quick, over the weekend, I think it was yesterday, pardon me, or the other day, there's this cat actually passed away. And I know if you watch Darius' videos and you know him, you know he talks about Ichigo a lot. And it goes into the displays every once in a while, makes an appearance. But condolences to him and his family. I was thinking about it today. I don't know what I would do if I lost one of my dogs, man. So I can't imagine what he's going through. He actually has a GoFundMe right now. Somebody set this up for him. If you do feel like giving, I guess he incurred some medical expenses. So if you do feel like giving some pocket change, anything that you can to help him out with that, I'll make sure that I put this link in the description if you want to do something. If not, totally on you. But I know he's going through a rough time. Even if you can't give any money, I would definitely recommend going to his Instagram or one of the videos and just sending him something like a heart or something like that, or hey, sorry to hear what happened, because I can't imagine what he's going through right now. I know how much Ichigo meant to him. So, not to start on a downer, but good can come out of it. So, say some kind words if you don't feel like donating, but definitely if you can, try to do something nice. You guys are quiet. It wasn't meant to start on a downer.
Yeah, I was waiting to see how you were going to transition out of that one.
Yeah.
Sawyer, that's how you do it. Thanks, Sawyer.
Hey, Sawyer.
Hi, Paige.
How you doing?
Good.
Cece's here too.
Hi, Mr. Cory.
How are you?
Oh man, listen to that.
Mr. Cory, I had just aged another 20 years.
Mr. Cory is my father. He can say that.
No, back on. All right. So now we're back on track. I switched the screens. We're good to go. Good to have you guys here. Like I said, got a nice show tonight. How you guys doing otherwise? Good?
Great.
Sawyer, how you doing?
Good.
Good. Sawyer will probably give us some color commentary on some of these things that we're going to start right now. But so one of the reasons why we do the Hangout is because we all have busy lives, right? And not everyone has the desire or time or interest to kind of keep up with everything. And so we just kind of break down some of these little stories. I decided to cut the show down a little bit and only do 4. That way we can talk about some of the main topic stuff and actually have people in the chat even talk to us and maybe give us some stuff to talk about so there's more interaction. So only grab the things that interested me in the news. So if you don't see something, it's not that we forgot. It just was boring. So we'll move on. So tonight's show is properly titled. I can't do a DMX voice. So. It was dark. It was hot. So yeah. So news and notes. We'll start off. Before we start, do you guys have anything that you guys want to share? Anything major? Chat too. What are you guys doing? No Ahsoka spoilers. Haven't seen it.
It's amazing. The same
Oh,
amazing.
spoiler. I heard it got rated fresh. So, yeah, you did the dramatic effect. Whose face am I covering? Cory's? That's the late tax penalty, I guess. I'm glad it's not. Cece, I was wondering if you were going to show up. I was like, man, I hope you is. So.
Dude, I literally just walked in the door.
Wow.
12
Dedication.
hours.
12 hours?
12 hours today.
Oh, God, bro.
Yeah.
I hope you have tomorrow off. You got tomorrow off, right?
Oh. Probably another 12-hour day tomorrow.
Ugh, yuck. Gross.
Yeah. And it's supposed to be 100 degrees tomorrow here in Michigan. You know what that...
We sent some of that Florida weather up to you.
Yeah.
You've been asking for.
You can have it back. We don't want it.
We want to make sure you don't get any snow.
Us Michiganders are cut out for this 100-degree stuff.
Yeah. This is just depressing out there, too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even like taking the dogs out. I'm like, yuck, what is this shit? 9 minutes. We're good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start on the news really quick. First segment is going to be the Flash. Pause for dramatic effect. See if anybody can guess what it's about. All right, so let's start off a little bit light, a little bit of foreplay really quick. I notice we do movies, or I do movies. I like movies. So anyway, the Flash. The Flash is going to be coming to Max on Friday, April 25th. I haven't seen this yet. I'm still going to watch it, but I heard a lot of different things about this. So I want to get you two guys. Should I be worried about watching this? I heard the CGI is really bad.
It's hard for me to say because I haven't seen it yet either.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm the only one?
I haven't seen it. I'll be honest. DC hurt me when Black Adam got cut off because I really enjoyed Black Adam. I thought that was going to be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I did go see Blue Beetle though. I enjoyed Blue Beetle this weekend.
Oh, I heard that's really good.
I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Nice.
I want to see it.
I'm sure your dad will take you. We gotta
Me?
go. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
We'll go. So I guess I'm the only one that saw it, right? The Flash, then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't tell me Batman comes back.
No, I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
Yeah, I'm worried. I heard it has bad CGI, so I was like, I'm still gonna watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it was long to me. Like it felt like it was a little, and I enjoyed Snyder Cut, so I don't want to.
Yeah.
Well, it can't be longer than that.
No,
yeah, Snyder was like 3 something, wasn't it?
Long. Like it was just, they could have cut some stuff out of that movie. I feel to move it along.
Like Ezra Miller.
And it really was the length.
And I tried to not look at it with Ezra Miller, how I feel about him and the scumbag in society that he is. But
yeah,
actually, I guess Ezra Miller sucks. It just, I don't know. It's just one of those movies that I'll probably forget about in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
It didn't leave a lasting mark by no means. It was just, I don't know, very predictable. It wasn't as fun as I'd hoped for. So.
Oh, damn.
Sorry.
Weren't you excited to watch it?
I thought it would be good, but.
Yeah, maybe a rewatch. Maybe no. Keaton is the highlight of the film. Otherwise, the movie bombs even worse than it did. Ooh, ouch! Yikes! Can you imagine? So, can you imagine if you took Michael Keaton out of it? What would have happened? That's probably why they added him in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it just a flash in the? Oh, see, I can always count on Steve too.
Yeah, he's very funny tonight.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Well, light foreplay aside, let's just get into the news here. All right. My computer is not doing well tonight. It's got that nasty hiccupy stuff. All right. Ooh, spicy. Let's start this show off. NECA.
All right. Put on the boxing gloves because here we go.
Yeah, well, let's ease into it. Let's ease into it. DOS effects straight from the sewer. Ready? Here we go. So NECA revealed that they were going to be opening this pre-order for 3 weeks, and they're putting up the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon sewer layer living room diorama. As we drop down to the next line, we can all see that it's $300. Okay. So for $300, what do you get? I guess some of the highlights you get, like what? You get an armchair, couch, rug, tables, lamps. You get a bunch of other stuff with this. Some assembly is required. It measures out to like 25 inches. This is pretty much what you get. The van and everything else that they showed obviously sold separately. This is going to be shipping in December of this year. Now, not to start controversy or anything, but if you didn't notice, NECA received a lot of backlash about this. Oh, strike that, rewind a little bit. They also offered the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 7-inch accessory set, $60. You got all these little guys. I think Cece was on board with this. Oh, look how cute they look.
I did fight on that one though.
Yeah, lots of stuff, lots of accessories.
It's a good set.
I love it.
Love it, Sawyer?
Yep.
Dad will get you two. He'll get you two of them. So, another reason why I put this in here was because it shows the contrast. And I was like, people seem to be okay with this, but the sewer set, no. I saw a lot of different comments about how this is too expensive. I don't really collect this line, so it didn't really trigger me at all. But what do you guys think? Price point wise, offering wise, what do you guys have thoughts on this one?
For the turtles?
No, for the sewer set. I think everybody's in agreement that the mini turtles are cool. Go ahead, Sawyer, because I know you got $300.
It was too expensive. Plus, my dad can make a better one.
Oh,
That confidence. I'll pay you
I saw that.
$300 to say that. There.
Yeah, I saw that comment a lot too. A lot of people were saying that they were like, "Hey, I'm going to be able to make this on my own." I was trying. Somebody said something about the floor. See, this is how. See, I don't know a lot about it, so that's why I was coming to you guys. I guess we can go in the chat too and see what people are saying with that. So, anybody else got thoughts on this? I'm not trying to cover up your face.
I was asking you guys before. How much was that big seating diorama they released? Wasn't that 175?
Yeah, 170, 150, 175, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that was probably 2 years ago now. But this is just my opinion, but for the size, I would have expected closer to $200. You figure for what the Super 7 Thundercat layer,
Mm-hmm.
that's $400, right?
I thought it was like, wasn't it
700?
the Super 7? I thought it was 6, and then was shipping too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think so, right? You paid for it
All
already,
I
right?
didn't get it. But
Didn't you
that thing is massive compared to this layer, which is just one room. I don't know, $300 for a one level sewer just seems like an awful lot of money to me.
Right.
Especially when they already kind of opened the door with that other diorama was pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
That was 2 levels, right? And it was
Mm-hmm.
what, 2 feet long or something like that. It was huge.
Mm-hmm.
And I said that was half the price. So it seems like, I know the cost of plastic has gone up, but
Mm-hmm. Quick interjection. I know Boba is a dial maker, and I know there's different dial makers. So, question for you, Boba: if someone asked you to make this, honestly, how much would you charge? Because this will lead into something else that we're talking about. Is the Ramen Toys? They put up their counter offer. I guess they showed a digital render of what they were going to do, and the price point. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was 180.
Yeah.
Okay, and so there's a lot of interesting things happening with this because I know that there was some backlash that was given to NECA about it. I think he would probably stand firm on the price point with that. And now you have this interjected in there, and I'm wondering how all this kind of plays out. So,
has Ramen released pictures of theirs yet? I haven't been able to get online, so I'm a little out of the loop.
I have, give me a second. I put it in there. I just think I put it at the end because there was a talking point that I wanted to bring up at the end about it. Oh, here it is. In the wrong place.
Ramen's trying to get another cease and desist.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't, gosh, I mean, I kind of get the Instagram stories of people reposting it. So it's not him directly talking about it, but you have people doing it and it's forwarding it. And I think NECA's a pretty big company. I just kind of be careful about that. If it was me, you don't want to poke the bear.
I mean, I suppose it looks like it's a pretty generic, just kind of a sewer. So there's
It's
really
this.
no copyright infringement there.
This is what it looks like. I don't know. I mean, it's different, but you know what I mean? Like the last thing you want is to kind of, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I mean, they don't seem to mind though. I mean, you figure that Machina stuff, it's not mask, it's Machina. It's
Yeah, I'm gonna scroll down and see if Boba answered the question, but
He asked for the dimensions. I just sent it to him.
Okay. Yeah. And there's a lot of really great comments about this. I was gonna say that I'd rather buy a dial from someone to support the artist and not NECA.
100%.
Yeah. And I mean I know a lot of people were not agreeable with the price point. And so the thing is it's an open pre-order, so obviously it's gonna be like a made to order. So I don't know, maybe they take this as like a kind of price point lesson and say, okay, if we do this, we'll strip some stuff down or we'll price it at this point because it's obviously out of the price point of our market. But I mean, it's not like they're making a bunch and trying to sell them, like the buildings that you mentioned, right, CC? That I'm covering
Yeah.
your face. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We need a safe word for covering the face. Facial. Somebody just say facial.
The cookie.
Yeah. So if Boba tells it, because I'm going through the previous dial was 2 floors and rooftop. Yeah. And I'm wondering how much people would be. I don't collect NECA, so it doesn't bother me, but I don't think it would bother me either way. But I mean, I'm wondering what people will feel comfortable with as a price point for that. Because I saw people going, a lot of it was just, yo, this sucks. You're not getting $300 out of me. It wasn't anything, like I said, it wasn't anything that you're getting from it. It's just you suck. This sucks. Price point's off. Instead of saying, you know what, I think I'd be comfortable with this amount. I think this is price point way out for a turtle collector. I wish you would have priced it at this point, you know? So,
Yeah.
Rose, I stopped doing commission in 2015. People, yeah, and hey, Rose got a good point. I went when I was building this right now. It had been a while since I went to Home Depot. And when I went to Home Depot before, I think it was $19.99. And for a big sheet of that pink foam now, it's like $30+.
Hmm.
And I was like, holy crap, I need to come back and hurry up and buy this because it's only going to go up higher. So, even if you double, it's still cheaper. So, MC, you got thoughts on this? I didn't mean to skip over you.
Sawyer stole his answer.
Yeah, I mean, if it would have been 150 to 200, I probably would have bought 2, but I'm not buying 1 at 300.
Mm-hmm.
As bad as that sounds, I just think it's pretty expensive for what little you get out of it. And I know they sell more, then they'll add more pieces to it, but
yeah,
buying into NECA's Ponzi.
Yeah, I mean, you gave him that. I'm still looking to see. There's a lot of comments.
It'll be, and like Boba said in the comments, it'll be cell. You know, it's not even cell shade. It's just cartoon painted. Like it's not like there's a ton of detail in it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to see like black, maybe a little bit of black washes, perhaps, but you're not going to see like layering of colors and brick details. It's going to look like it just literally popped off your Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you have to be specialized for that. There's a guy who does animated stuff like that. I don't know how much he charges, but like you said, that's a stylized.
I'm not even gonna lie. I pulled those 3D prints already off of the internet. So for the couch, the table, the chair,
Right.
I already have 3D files for it.
Yeah. That's another thing too to take in consideration. Like people now, they're able to print all their stuff. So it's like it's a touch and go kind of thing. Honestly, that's the reason why I started getting into diorama stuff. It wasn't anything against diorama makers or anything. It was just this is kind of price point and timetabled out too far. You know, I'd much rather just try to do it myself and maybe learn an extra skill.
Yeah.
But Boba said what? He said 300. He said there's more plastic in the street diorama than there's in sewer diorama. Yeah,
Boba said 150. Oh, sorry, I jumped out of your comments.
Oh yeah, I was at the one where he said well, this is a couple minutes ago. It's like 300. So maybe he said like later on I need to catch up. But there's a lot of comments about it. So he said, "Oh my God, no! I would charge 150 for that little amount of detail." Yeah. So yeah, it's stirred up some stuff. I can tell you that.
I think I think Ace is going to build one. Ramen, they're going to build one. I mean, they're not going to advertise it as anything to do with the turtles. You know, they're just going to say sewer layer, sewer playset, something. You know, like I mean, you can throw an X-Men figure in there and say it's the Morlock tunnel for all I care.
Yeah, you know, there's different ways you can go about it. I always wonder, like, I'm not trying to like get in his pockets or throw his business out in the street. I always kind of wonder how things like kind of get skirted around like that. You remember when they did the it was the White Skull agent, but he was on that black body and stuff, and I was like, wow, they're gonna get hit with something quick, but they got around it. So I always wondered how some third party people get around that kind of stuff. So
yeah, there's somebody that gets in trouble all the time for 3D printing also.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know
And
if
he's
it's
small. I mean,
location-based.
he's a small guy that 3D prints. It's not like ramen where they have a big footprint, so to speak. I mean, they're at PowerCon and
I don't even 3D print yet.
Yeah, it's definitely something that's. Well, I was just wondering what you guys thought about it, because it does lead us into our next topic about pricing. Because you gotta have good, you gotta have bad, right? And depending on how you want to take this offering from NECA. Well, you never know. So next we have Valaverse. So this swings, I guess, kind of to the other end of the price point discussion. This happened over the weekend. That was the right one. But Valaverse made a big announcement at PowerCon, and people didn't get to see it because of the slides and everything else like that. Did I talk about this last week?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So they actually did the price point for the Vanguard. And the Vanguard is going to be $184, and this is for the base one, from what I understand. Like I said, this was announced at PowerCon, but they didn't have the stuff set up, so that's why everybody didn't see it. They decided to get on the website, show it. Quick specs for this. So it's a 112 vehicle. It fits 6-inch figures. So I'm wondering how cross-compatible this would be with other lines. I guess if you have an Action Force figure, you can size compare it to a Mezco or a Marvel Legends and figure it out. Real quick, 20 inches long. Doors and wheels and tires are all, fully functional. Twin gun turret. It has a tow hook, which is a nice callback to some of the toys we used to play with, right? And you also get a figure. Yeah. And hopefully this is all the stuff. I'm a little late, but there you go. That's all the stuff. Blast effects, guns, all the stuff. Figure. You get a gray figure. That's it. Kidding, of course. That's your base offering. So, what are some of the things that stick out to you guys about this offering? Oh, real quick, the colors are different colors. I heard that too. So, talk amongst yourself.
I'll go CC since we're gonna, you just got in, you're eating still. I'm just worried about size and space. I mean,
yeah,
it looks great. I want one. I'm not even gonna lie, but I don't. The garage is getting a little tight. I don't know if I can open all the doors at once.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Valaverse runs a little smaller, I think you guys told me, right?
It depends on the figures, like which ones.
Like, do you think we'd be able to throw like a Gomez in this or a Skull? Like, what do you?
I don't know. CC, what do you think?
I haven't seen how tight a Valaverse figure fits in there yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know the Valaverse figures are considerably smaller than Mezco, because they're I don't know, maybe a quarter to a half inch shorter than the classified, most of the figures.
Okay.
And classifieds next to Mezco is, once again, probably half inch depending on the figure. Not to mention Mezco is a little bulkier than those figures.
Yeah.
But at 185, that's a pretty nice looking vehicle with the firing effects and the options that comes with it.
Yeah.
It's almost a must have, honestly.
Yeah, I think I'm in on this, man. They said rubber tires. They said that they're all functional and full turret, blast effects. I like this toe thing, and then the colors. I think is what kind of sold me on it. To be honest with you, I don't know about the desert version. I can't think of too many setups I'd want to do, or you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But the other one, if they had it in that gunmetal or the black or the other colors that I really like that. And he said, from what I understand, they said they were going to do that, so I'm more apt to getting that. And even the base offering stuff, you can see it's a lot.
Yeah.
Is there different price points for more accessories? I didn't follow much more than what you guys sent me, honestly.
I didn't either, but what I saw was this is the base model, the base offering, and that's the base price. I'm assuming since he said base, maybe there's other options that like tier options that you could add? I don't know. CC, do you know? Or
From what I understand, they're gonna have add-ons, like some of those other things that you saw, where they had like the different turret and things like that.
right?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
The different side guns, all that kind of stuff. So I think there's going to be a few add-ons that you can add on in there.
kind of like ramen, how they had like the flame effects
Yeah.
and the others. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah. I'm interested in it. I think I'm down for this. I would not just try to find room for it, but like you said, it's getting a little tight, and comes a point you got to be a little bit more selective. So, but
Yeah.
this is something that you could use for a lot of things.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I think I like the gray color, that gunmetal, whatever. I think that's the one that I would be more apt to jump in on a different color than the desert sand color.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's cool, and if you have the Valaverse, the Action Force line, and you have those figures, that it would complement it. I just don't have a lot of desert characters except for
Mhm.
Dusty, so I'd be putting, maybe Dusty in there with who else? I don't, and I don't have a lot of Action Force figures. I think I have the first wave, and those are still sitting in boxes. So it's like,
Got desert camo snake eyes on the way.
Yeah.
okay, so we got two riders. So we have NECA, what we talked about. We have this, and then we have this new blister packaging for Valaverse. This is Series 4. This is the new design by Troy Mackey, and this is the I guess, like I said, the Wave 4 that's going to be coming out with blister card. And I guess this is good for minnow card collectors. I don't. This is the first time I think we've seen this, and they've kind of like lowered the price point. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
I guess going back really quick, because it is this 184 that they're doing for this, right? They've been doing this a couple of times with like lower price points where it's lower than the competitors, not like immediately afterwards, but it's within the window. And I feel like it's a good business strategy, and it's a cool service to the collectors. Do you think because these other people are doing these kinds of like price point tactics, do you think that'll trickle down to other companies? Like it's like a pressure. I know it's not a major toy line, but it's a pretty established toy line.
I don't, because Todd McFarlane, what he's doing with his, it's not really driving Legends figures down with the DC line.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know he's got less accessories with him, and he gives you a new Batman every week, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't see Legends budging. Not that I'm buying Legends anymore, but
Yeah. CC, what do you think? Do you think this has like a ripple effect or no?
noodles down.
No, you're good. We're hanging out. You can eat, drink, you do whatever you want, man.
Like Linda Lovelace over here.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm not Linda Lovelace.
What do you think, CC? Do you think this has a ripple effect or no?
I don't think so, man. I think Hasbro's on such a roll. Like, I would be shocked for them to do anything with their price point.
Mm-hmm.
Now for whatever reason, people started making a shift where you saw, people getting more into Valaverse and not buying classifieds. You might see a move.
Yeah.
But man, the classified line is just on a roll right now, man.
Yeah, they don't seem like they can do wrong. Well, it depends. Like, talking about eels and stuff like that, like,
Yeah.
But as far as like the offerings, yeah. Thank you, Roger Dodger, for saying that. He said, per Bobby Valor, the gray car won the fan vote, so they might offer both color options. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you'd be able to get both of them.
So you'd buy two?
No,
one for Dusty, guys, and one for everybody else.
Just for those two guys. That's it. Just for them to get like maybe one shot out of it or something like that. I can imagine. Yeah, that's another Gomez Hazard Squad. That would be. What was this average DC had at $609 price? I do too, man. It's hard to see some of the stuff like with DC not being covered. So rewind to go forward. So he did this, and then he did the blister card. I didn't really have much on this. I didn't know what you guys thought. I'm not a big men on card collector, so this is a nice little fan service. But like, it's nothing against it.
Does he do like the old bios, like the original Joes used to do on the back of those cards? I mean, is that the plan to throw like a little bio on the back?
I wonder. Yeah, this is the first time I've seen it.
A little extra.
I know there's a comic book, and they're pretty good about that kind of stuff and going into some of the characters and stuff. I don't know if it's in great detail, but there's an ongoing series. I'm trying to figure out if I should get the milk and cookies caramel or caramel cookies for my ice cream. I would go with milk and cookies, especially if you're talking about vintage airs. Yeah, that's all I really had for that one. So, well, since we're talking about price points, really quick, go back really quick. So we do. Not complaining about price points, but let's just dive into this a little bit. What do you think, and I have to be specific about this, what do you think is a fair price point for some of these companies? Let's just say average, you don't have to like deluxe box sets or anything else like that. We all know like what the price points are for certain figures. And it seems like some of the price points are kind of price pointing some collectors out to where they don't want to get stuff. So what do you guys think would be fair price points for like just the major ones? Like Legends, they're averaging what? It's like 24 on a regular figure.
I think they need to roll back to 20. That's just me.
20, yeah.
Because people are bitching about quality on a $24. I mean, like it's no different than the quality on a $20 figure. I know some of their paint apps have improved, and they're going with pinless joints on a lot of figures and stuff like that. But I think $20 is fair right now.
CC, what do you think? Like Legends?
Yeah, I with the $22 to $25 price range with what Hasbro's been doing, I really don't have a problem with it. Like I haven't bought one of those figures in a while. I felt like I was cheated. Just with all the accessories and everything they're doing with those things now, with paint apps and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The box art even, like it's a solid package. So like I don't, for 20, I think it's $24 is like retail.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good with that. The only time I really had a problem with them and their pricing was when they were doing the Black Series, quote unquote deluxe.
Yeah.
When you're buying a Boba Fett for $35 or whatever it was, like that was a little ridiculous. With some of that, Wrecker was considered a deluxe figure. I think just because of size, he wasn't really that big, and I think he was a $35 figure. So, other than some of the stuff in the Black Series, I think the other lines have been pretty price appropriate.
Yeah, when I get them in hand, I understand that there's some figures, but when I get the Marvel Legends in hand, the ones I've gotten, I'm like, wow, these are pretty good. But it's always in comparison to what I had before, especially since they address some of the stuff, like females having double joints and paint apps and stuff like that. I think, I think a major part of it is that they took project budget and they put it into that. And so you got to cut cost. And so now you're seeing like these figures, they come with one set of hands and they don't come with a lot of accessories, or some don't even come with all. Or they'll have some of these figures that are price point at a certain, like they're deluxe price points, and they have accessories, but they're maybe $5 or $10 more. And then they'll charge that same price for another version. Maybe it's a bigger version. People are like, yo, where are all the accessories? I think it's taken a little while for collectors to try to adjust to that. I don't think that they've gotten to that point yet. They see a price point and they're like, oh, if I'm paying this price, I should be getting hands, accessories, and everything else like that. I don't think they've adjusted to it yet.
Kind of like the Jada Toys thing, which is kind of interesting because it seems like that's losing steam a little bit. Does it seem like that to you?
The Street Fighter Jada Toys?
Yeah. Is it just because it's way too small?
Yeah, I haven't checked in on them too much. I know that everybody's looking for that Chun-Li figure. I know it's supposed to be coming out soon, so I'm fine. Like waiting. Everybody's like really in a real hurry to get all this stuff, and it's like you got unless you're collecting 1 or 2, just relax. You know, it's coming. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
Got to rush it so I can put these boxes and pile them up.
Yeah.
So it's easy. There he is. The 2-pack. Tupac. Marvel Legends has a good Spider-Man body, but don't use it for every Spider-Man, which is odd to me. Yeah, I don't know if that has to do with like body type or just like a lot of it's project budget. I don't know what it is with that. Maybe they don't want them all looking the same. There was so many collectors complaining about that before, you know. It's on this body, they're all the same. I don't know. I like Marvel Legends. I can't go in the groups, man. It's just no. Yeah, I was like Jesus, man. Anytime I feel like there's like taking 2 steps backwards in the Mezco community, I go in some of the other ones and I go, yeah, we're doing good. Like, woo, God. There was a guy asking about a figure, and he just wanted the figure and the price, and they were just ripping him up. I'm like, man, God, y'all, this is community, man. You guys gotta take care of each other a little bit better. Mezco, yay! I had a Mezco dance, but I'm not gonna do it. All right.
I can't wait for that tunnel rat.
I know. You can buy from the Canadian site just a little bit more, get it before everybody.
Yeah. Like you're gonna pay as much for the shipping as the figure is. You get that coming out of Canada.
What? You should have grabbed that one. I would have grabbed that again quick. I've been looking for Chun-Li. Focus. All right. In case you didn't know, we had 2 estimated release date changes. Just two. So, CC, that means Dr. Doom is still in the pipe.
Yeah, figure of the year.
Yeah. Crown it. So, we just had 2. Had Green Goblin. I wanted to make sure I got this right. So, even though I did it. So, they had these 2 that went up. I know that there's always a huge sigh when this happens, when these little posts come out and it's something, you know, gets moved back. But this is more of like a less aggressive side. You don't have to take it there. And there's some also good news about this too, because like I said, there was only 2 of them. So Green Goblin was, before it was August to October. Now it's October to December. So still within the year. And then Ghost Spider, aka Spider-Gwen. That was projected for December to February. That's now going to be January to March. So it only slides maybe the average, maybe 3 months. So it's not that big of a deal. I mean, usually these things are like, 6 to 8 months. So this pushback wasn't bad. Okay. So, but that does make the pile up a little bit more on the back end. So everyone knows winter is coming. I don't have to go through this. I know you guys are probably cool with that. So, there's that slide. Stuck in the wrong place. Gotta fire that guy.
I wasn't surprised by the Gwen since we didn't see her at Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah. And
so I
that's
wasn't surprised. But Green Goblin looked good from that photographer, that guy that showed us some pics while he was over there.
Yeah, that thing looked good. It's hard to explain you know how everybody's talking about the Captain America, and it looks like Captain America?
Mm-hmm.
The scales that peel off. This is the prototype that I saw, but the one that I saw, the scales aren't, I guess you would say, like glued on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of the fabric. I mean, it's more like I don't know how to describe it. It's on the fabric. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like
it doesn't mean. Yes, it didn't look like you would be able to take your finger in. And again, that was the prototype that I saw. I don't, things can change. But and then Gwen, Gwen, I don't mind that, because if that's the case, that means that they're maybe still working out her body or the female body. So not a big deal to me. CC, I know you're heartbroken.
I was holding my breath. As long as they leave Doom alone. I told you, all I need this year is give me the Doom and give me Turtles. I'm good for the rest of the year. I got plenty of stuff.
Yeah, I think those are going to be good.
Yeah.
Chat. Tunnel Rat. Oh, you got to put this up. PayPal him $20 right now. Boom. Screaming girl's face. Is textured. Yes, digital. I would say it's kind of it's really hard to explain. I'm trying to think of a figure that had that kind of
Aquaman?
Yeah.
Comic book Aquaman?
Yeah. Kind of like that. Where it's raised. Good. Very good. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Where it's not going to peel off, but it's embedded into the suit.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to get like a really close-up one, but everybody kept complaining about it and saying, don't take close-ups, take 2 feet back. So I was like, hey, okay. Your wish is my command. It's like, sure thing, buddy. You don't want any detail? You don't want any face shots? Facial.
Macro Monday?
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to get a bunch of them for this. But no, nobody wanted it. Everybody wanted 10 feet back. Really nervous about when being in a pajama cosplayer still. Now, I don't know, like, I know there's a lot of pressure on that one because it's a female and then also it's a Spider-Man. Like, you're thinking, like, oh, is it going to be dynamic? But the Power Rangers, depends on who you ask. You've seen a lot of those, like, people were saying stuff about that. The little, yeah, the snags and stuff. So I think it's going to kind of be like that. I think they kind of course corrected. You're not going to get like a Miles. You're going to get something a little bit more updated, my opinion. Another good example, like Doc Knock with the spider web design. Yeah, kind of like that. But fabric, another one's like. So the dry spell has stopped. We got our first pre-order of August. It's been a while. I know you guys are fiending. We were talking about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got. So this is the second installment in the Indiana Jones subline. I wonder if they'll do any more. We'll see. Put this one up for pre-order today. Price was big shocker.
Mm-hmm.
Big shocker. Not, I thought this was going to be more, especially when I saw the stuff, but it went for 112. ERD is going to be next year. We'll flip through this really quick. Hold on a second. I'm going backwards. Spoiler.
So can I ask you a question, Paige?
Yes, sir.
Do you order first or do you look at everything?
It's habit, so I just order it. But
That's
I
how-
already knew how many I was going to order of this. So, well, I was kind of debating it. No, I didn't go for a case. I did buy 3. I bought 3.
Nice.
Well, I figured I could, until I saw the head, I was going to get 4, but when I saw the head and it's a head neck combo, I know I'm going through this quick, but we're going to go back. Don't worry. We won't beat it into the ground, though. When I saw the head neck combo here, I was like, I thought it'd just be a head. Maybe the thing was a prototype. I was like, they're doing it. But I can see why they did it. And I said, how many head necks can I put with this? And I'm like, I can't think of something. Because I wanted to use this for like a gangster. Bruce Wayne. There's a lot of stuff that you could do with this.
Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy, Two-Face. This could be a tortured guy. Goes with all your Constantine stuff or anything else like that.
The horror line.
Yeah.
Freddy. It.
Mm-hmm. Suit for Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have to find a decent head neck combo, and even that, you can. There's a lot of stuff
there too.
Hmm?
You can throw Gordon on there, right? Doesn't he have head neck combo? No.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, he does.
Many of those guys, but this is coming out next year. I am excited about that. Don't let my voice fool you on it. So, leather pleather jacket. When I messed around with this at S3CC, the jacket was cool, and I think this won't follow that format like Dick Tracy and them have, where you can strip them down and have 2 or 3 looks. I don't think this looks like it'll be open at all. CC, thoughts? Hail Hydra.
I haven't had a chance to even look at this online. This is my first time seeing it. Oh,
Mm. So let's take this nice and slow.
yeah, first time seeing it.
Got some
I watched
juvenile
this movie,
slow
though.
motion for us, please.
Mhm.
Siri.
Look at
Removable
the
hat. I
little
like that.
spectacles.
That's a great head sculpt.
It's a great head. Little gangster. I watched this movie today. Oh, let me show you, Fräulein, what I am used to. And then the piece de resistance. The Ark. So everybody was saying before with Indiana Jones, like, oh, why didn't they include the Ark? Well, marketing. Put it with this, and now
What am I going to
you
do with
do.
my Hasbro arc now?
I'm sorry, what did you say, Cece?
So what am I going to do with my Hasbro arc now?
Sell it.
You can use it as like a blown up version or something like that because it goes in pieces.
Yeah.
Are you? So I'll be honest with you. They have some of the complementary characters, but I'm kind of kicking myself. I went into the Jones line with Hasbro now. I don't know how deep they're going to go with this, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get a short round from Mezco.
You don't think so? This was cool. The arc also lights up, and then you also get this ghost. I was thinking, oh, you could use this for Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
This thing kind of looks like the one that was in the library a little bit. Remember when she's like, kind of, not completely, but kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. No. That's awesome.
Yeah. So.
Casey,
And
you're an accessories junkie. What are you thinking so far? First thoughts.
So far, it looks like it's loaded. Looks like
this is. You see this, CC? Look. The face?
Yeah.
Why didn't anybody tell me facial? There you go. Take that down. Lower articulation count than your standard. Let's go. So somebody did say something like this. Love the suit. So comments. Love the suit. Sorry, CC. The ghost is easy yes for me. 2 indie figures for pre-order already. How deep do you think they're gonna go? Well, there was a picture that went around of a map room indie. So I'm guessing that's in development. Bad page. So you got that one coming. Whoop. So that's a good question. We have these 2 and possibly another one, right?
Mm-hmm.
What figures would you want them to do next?
Sala.
You'd want Sala?
Heck yeah.
Not Miriam?
Eventually, but I think Sala would be a good background character with a lot of figures.
Yeah. CC, what about you? What do you got next?
He wants Willie.
He does.
Yeah. Yeah.
MC wants
I would
Mutt.
like to
So
see them,
Mutt, yeah, give me Mutt. Mutt or bust.
if they're going to go down that line too, maybe.
yeah. Do you have one that you'd want to see next, CC, or no?
No, I'm not rushing it because, like you said, I went in so deep with the adventure series with Hasbro.
Yeah.
I almost kind of feel like you do. I almost wish I would have just kind of waited.
Yeah. I mean, you get those compliments. Maybe they'll do, God, what's his name?
Mullah Ram.
Yeah, Carly Ma. I mean, you'll put him in there. Mm-hmm.
That'd be awesome. That would be a great Mezco figure.
Yeah.
All the details with his little helmet with the little shrunken skull.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's show CC the progression photo. So you got this. Like, look at that. My face is smelting. Oh, that is that is nasty good. Look at that. I wonder if he spritzed them a little bit. I'm sorry, Sawyer's watching.
You're good.
Sawyer, don't look. Avert your eyes. He saw the movie anyway.
Yeah, he's good.
I wonder how they even made that.
No, it's good sculpting, Sawyer. It would have been cool if they gave you the one before this ghost, the hot chick ghost. So yeah, you get a suited body, trench coat. Is this hat removable?
Please.
Yeah, removable possible hat. And then you got these 3 head sculpts, different hands. You get the hot poker. Oh, look at that! You get the Steph around headpiece, man. The price point for this is like, and this lights up and it has a ghost. I was like, I couldn't believe it was $112, but
I'm gonna put CC down for 3.
That's pretty nice.
yeah. Digital said this, so let's pull this down. Not hide CC's face. Digital said in the Discord, somebody pointed out the new pre-order says under the description the lower articulation count than your standard Mezco. I don't like for that stuff. I don't put too much stock into until like it's shown at the convention, and then whoever puts them on display, they kind of give you a preview and stuff like that. Because the reason why is the Crow and Constantine both had low articulation counts. Usually if anything's under 30, then it's like supposedly supposed to have like single joints, but those were under 30 and they weren't. Oh, yikes. Well, you may have a point. It said 24. Yeah, 24. That's a lot lower. So yeah, you might have a point with that, Digital.
I wonder what they would have gotten rid of, you think? Well, you're already going to lose 1 point with the neck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or how many do they count for the neck? I always wonder how they did that. So is it like 1, 2, or is it 1, 2, 3? I always wondered that. Because that Fire and Ice one they said has 30. But if you look at some of the articulation cuts and everything, like they don't have a bicep swivel yet.
Yeah.
Possibly, I don't know. But they didn't have that. And it's a
jointed body for him.
Yeah.
Because you really feel like he's. What did he do at any point in the movie you would need to spend the money to have double jointed knees and elbows?
I don't know, but I need to make sure that he can do the, which they showed. So.
Yeah. I mean, his movement's gonna be pretty standard. He's not jumping over walls or
Yeah.
Dodging boulders.
Yeah. You got to make sure he can go. Yeah. So there's some characters I don't know, but if you want to do
sacrifice some articulation, that way you got more accessories at the same price.
Oh, you mean if they cut him out, like if it would have been a better body, or?
Yeah, I mean, if they would have given you a higher articulated body with that same amount of accessories, what do you think the price point would have been?
Yeah, I don't know.
Then you're probably at 150, like the Indiana Jones set.
Yeah, because I think Indy's pretty high. Like Indy has the I think he was the 30. I'm not too sure. Because yeah, that one was 130, and Indy has 28. See, that doesn't worry me because the other ones were lower, and usually anything under 30, that's usually the single. But they've been putting out doubles on 28s and stuff like that too. So,
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they will with him. This is why the casual buyers are confused and concerned about pricing. Yeah. But Indy was almost $20 more, probably because of the body, and then also I think, quote me, but I'm pretty sure that temple piece was polystone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's more materials. I would rather have something kind of hefty anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I like the one that you printed me, and then the one from Hasbro is cool, but to have something with some weight to it, and it has like detailing and everything, I didn't mind it. But I'm trying to think. He comes with quite a bit of stuff. Yeah, it's a polystone pedestal. So that's the reason probably why that was a little bit more. But it does go into the conversation we talked about pricing, like why does this get this and this gets this. So I melted sculpture for the alien. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Paige, do you know if this is an older body? I would assume it's not because I can't remember one that's at 24. Usually they were 20. Like what was it? 26. But I wouldn't know for sure. This one was a prototype at the show, so it had like 2 points of particulars. It looked good, man. I was like, holy crap, this looks great. But I think they wanted to showcase the soft goods and everything else like that. But all right, so we'll beat this one right now. So yeah, I picked up some. CC, no?
Like I said, this is the first time I've seen it, so I probably will go and pick it up for sure.
Well,
For sure.
good news is it's a regular release, so it's still up. So
Yeah.
MC?
Is it a regular release? It's not an exclusive?
No, not an exclusive. I know Indie was, but this one's not. This is a regular release.
Gotcha.
And
I'll send you an affiliate link, Cory.
Yeah. So it's worldwide. Yeah, this is a regular release, so you're good. Probably have a good month to go.
Awesome.
And I'm really surprised. Like a lot of people did. They were saying good things about the price point. This was actually, it was kind of funny. Like I didn't see a lot of activity on this today in the groups. It was more like, okay. So
what's the estimated date on this one?
God, what was it? It was
July
next
2024.
year, June, August.
Yeah.
2024, June, August.
About a year out, huh?
Yeah, about a year. Yeah. So I don't know. What else do we have for this? There was some questions I had. Oh, so yeah. So I was thinking it would be cool if they did German soldiers. I doubt they would though. But you never know.
The mechanic.
Yeah. I was trying to pick one from each movie. So I did German soldiers from Raiders. I did Short Round from Temple.
Mm.
And then I did Crusade. I did Indy's dad. I thought that'd be
about
cool, but
Crystal Skull. Crystal Skull.
I don't acknowledge that movie.
Marion. You can circle back and get Marion then.
I'd rather have the Marion from the new movie than the old one. I mean, this Crystal Skull one. The Crystal Skull one, I don't know. It seemed like they just put her in that movie, didn't they? They just kind of shoehorned her in. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. CGI in that movie was so bad. I think that's besides the story, plot, the characters, everything else, being bad as well. But I'll blame it on CGI why it wasn't so good.
I need to rewatch it again. A friend of mine told me he was like, you know what? When you watch it like 4 or 5 times, it kind of makes sense. And I go, oh, okay.
Sawyer, we'll solve the problem. Sawyer, what's your favorite Indiana Jones movie?
It may be Melted. Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
I like Crystal Skull because of the aliens. I like.
There you have it.
It's a done deal. Crystal Skull.
The one with his dad.
Last Crusade. Good choice. You earned some street cred back.
Boom.
Digital's on a roll. I love it.
Yeah, he is. Where's Mario at?
I know. Mario being here.
He would have had all the things. So. All right. So I thought that we would have some time, but we do. We're only at an hour. So all right. You ready for the main topic? So see, this kind of shaved it down a little bit. So we got 20, 30 minutes. Still keep this under wraps. So everybody ready?
Ready.
All right. So give me what I want. That's what it is. So I've seen this for the last week or two, and I wanted to pick you guys' brain, and of course the chat. So a couple of things I ran across that really got my gears kind of thinking about stuff was I've seen this. I don't know if you guys have. A lot of people have been saying in terms of SDCC, I don't know if this is content based or what, or just how people throw stuff out. A lot of people have been saying that they were disappointed with SDCC and conventions in general. Let that marinate for a little bit. Yeah.
Elaborate.
So a lot of the posts and videos that I've seen, and people say, you know what? What did you like? You know how we talk about, well, what do you like about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? It was meh. It was just meh. I wasn't impressed this year. And that's where it started off. I was like, wow, really? And I don't know if it was because of me going and that was that first con experience excitement. But even being there, to see all of it, just to see the setup, to see everything working like an ant farm. And I'm like, how does all this stuff get organized? How are these people here? That even was impressive to me for a feat. But then just the amount and sheer volume of product that was there. You know, I don't know how it was, but a lot of people were just not impressed. So I just started thinking, I was like, well, what could you do to really, we'll back up. Were you guys like bored with it, or did you guys think that it's just something that's just outdated? It's not really necessary anymore, or were you bored with it?
I wasn't. I mean, I thought there was some pretty cool stuff announced.
Right.
I watched a few times. Once again, like the classified line with this showing them the stuff that they got coming down the pike and everything was really cool. I thought Mezco had a great showing with the stuff that they had available to see and everything. There's a lot of great stuff out there right now. A lot of great stuff. Now, there were lines that apparently are kind of reaching their end because there was no showings for some of them, which is a little disappointing. But like, I hear some of those people that are really in love with those lines. I can see being disappointed about that. But there's just so much stuff out there right now. It's just so competitive that you almost can't sustain all of these lines.
That's the thought I had too. Was like, there's so much. I didn't understand why anybody would find something that's just that you couldn't find in that whole genre of toys. I was like, and then I started thinking about it. Well, and see, what do you think? Is it just boring to you? Is this old hat or what?
No, there was a lot that I found that I liked. There was stuff that I didn't know existed. I mean, it was kind of overwhelming, like all the stuff that was shown. I mean, I have quite the. Sorry. When he's got to go to the bathroom, he sprints.
Hey, there you go. We all did it. Better than doing the pee-pee dance, right?
Sorry. No, I mean, there was so much. I mean, we got a good look at the Dragonfly, going back to what CC said about G.I. Joe. We saw Mutt. We saw, Mezco. Obviously, you were there for Mezco, and you showed us some other, you sent us some other pictures and stuff. I mean, Marvel Legends, which I'm not into, but they showed quite a bit that kind of piqued my interest, seeing some characters I haven't seen in a while yet.
Yeah.
Obviously the HasLab was a big deal for me for Star Wars with the vintage collection. I mean, there was a lot. I won't say the line that you don't like, but they had some good showings as well. Yeah. But no, there was. I don't understand what there was like. And you and I discussed it, but was it maybe because Marvel Studios wasn't there because of the writer's strike, or DC? Like with
no,
Hall
the
8?
overall impression I got was that it was, and that's why I was asking if conventions are maybe become an old hat, because it wasn't one or two people. It was quite a bit of people just saying, I just wasn't impressed. And it was line specific. There would be people from Marvel. There would be people from. I didn't hear a lot from Jada, but a lot of people gravitated towards some of the newer companies. But most of the major ones, even though personal bias aside, Mezco put out all that stuff and they were showcasing a lot of stuff. I heard people say from Mezco. I heard people say from Marvel Legends. It was just across the board. And that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, what? Is the expectation just too high? Because that's I just look at it in terms of what was all put out. Like that Marvel Legends, just Hasbro that whole section. I was like, goodness gracious. They had figures on top of figures. I'm like, Jesus. Some of them they already showed, but some of them were brand new, and some of them were stuff that we haven't seen physically. The Dragonfly, the Hiss Tank. These are things that we didn't see. And I was just like, what can you really do to kind of impress people to where you are? Is that gone now, where you can knock people's socks off? Because I couldn't think of anything. I didn't know if you guys could think of anything. Like, what could you really do to like really blow somebody away? Do you go dark for the 2 months leading up to a convention? That way everybody's surprised because they haven't seen everything that you've done? Or is this just like entitlement? Like, I need to see a figure that can transform and fly into my hand and do stuff in every year. And every year the bar gets raised.
Yeah. Maybe that is part of the problem. That we get so much communication now letting us know these things that are coming that it's not surprises. You know what I mean? With the way Hasbro does those reveals and stuff, and Yojo, June, a lot of that stuff we knew was coming. We just hadn't seen like actual, prototypes or anything yet. So maybe that is part of it. You don't really have many surprises anymore.
Yeah.
But everyone says they want communication, right? So I guess do you want it? How do you want it? Do you want it to be? I don't know. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I am too. It's just a different perspective, and I'm not saying that anybody's wrong, because maybe there is things that people need to be more invested and wowed. All the companies I saw, I was like, geez, it's amazing, the stuff that's being put out.
I'd love to get to go. That'd be cool.
I mean, you guys remember being kids, like, we didn't know when stuff was coming out. You go to a toy store, you see it on a cartoon, maybe an ad for something, but you don't know what's coming. I mean, they don't show you the whole line. You go to a toy store, you see like, or not even a toy store, just go to like Kmart or what is it, KB Toys or something, or Circus World when we were kids, and you go in and you just see like, holy cow, look at what the heck is this? And like I remember seeing like the Ninja Turtles in store for the first time, or a new wave of GI Joes, and it's just now everybody, like you said, everybody's just spoiled. We get everything at the minute.
Catalog?
What's that?
You remember the old Christmas catalog? You remember being excited?
The Sears that was gold.
Catalog, you're like, oh my god! Like,
you marking the pages for your parents and shit.
That was
the
Christmas catalog. Yeah,
that was a circling stuff, leaving it laying around.
Yeah, little hints. Yeah,
but that's what I was meaning. Like, maybe because you do see everything ahead of time, should they? And it's hard because they're a business and they got to market this stuff out. They got to make sure that there is eyes on it and gauge the interest, but then also peak interest so people buy that stuff. But do companies maybe go dark maybe a month or two before, so there is this surprise factor? I know there's two sides. There's like guys like us that are like, oh no, they did great, and then but there's people that are like,
for planning purposes, I like to know what's coming.
I do too. I like, even with Mezco, it was kind of a surprise. Like, I knew that they were going to have, jumping to the other side, I knew that they were going to have exclusives. You know what I mean? And so you're like, okay, I need to make sure you have, you had Wolverine come out, you had Green Ranger come out. You're like, okay, I need to have at least this much amount of money.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going there. But I think it's good to know. I'd much rather be prepared, like you said, CC. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, so jumping onto that side, let's just say that we were like, didn't blow our socks off. What are some things that conventions can do and companies can do at convention to make it better or more engaging, a better experience?
Invite me.
Just have a sponsorship. Like, yeah, where'd it go?
Yeah.
Send us prototypes.
I'm trying to think of anything that I felt like was left out of this experience that we've done in the past that I missed.
Mm-hmm.
I think if anything, we have more access at conventions as well, with everybody live streaming panels. And I mean, you can go on Instagram Live and catch anybody, hey, I'm in the Star Wars panel, or I'm walking through the Mezco booth right now, and before you would see it later or hear about it later. You know, I mean, like, I guess I'm going back,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you know, like trying to find pirated trailers and stuff, you know, like from Hall H, and it's all shaky cell phone and you can't hear it, and you can make out maybe Thanos on screen, and then that's it. Or
Yeah. Shit's in 4K now. Like,
yeah,
I mean, if you can give people a little bit of time, because the reception in that place is horrible, man. Like, even I'm sure people saw like live streams and stuff like that from some people, but that's not their fault. It's just everybody's eating bandwidth there. Not only the people at the convention, but there's outside businesses, and it's bad. And so, but you get these guys that get home, give them a little time, they show 4K video, and it's like, holy crap! You're not looking at the stuff like you said.
mm-hmm.
It's a. I saw one booth I thought would be really cool. I just don't know how they can handle it, but maybe if some companies maybe had like a I don't know, like a playpen area. It would make you feel like a kid, but where you got to put hands on some of these figures. Not prototypes, obviously, but and I don't know how that would work, you know, post COVID. You know, if I saw, you know, CC handling the figure and I come up right behind him, am I, you know, am I gonna be
where his hands have been?
you're like, man, those dudes at the cons, man, they use the bathroom. They don't wash their hands, bro. I can't tell you how many times I walk in the bathroom, dude just dirty dick touch himself and he walks right out, fucking hands shaking,
Funny
talking to a chick, touching her face, and I'm like, dude, you just had your hands on your dick, bro. But I mean, that would translate to these things too. Like, how do you keep it sanitary? But you know, anyway. So I think it'd be cool. You had a playpen area. It would almost make you feel like you were a kid, and you're just handling figures. I saw one booth that did. They took the group back and let them kind of do it. And I know Hasbro does it too, but I don't know how you would do that on a mass scale. But I think it'd be cool. Can you imagine that? Like a Mezco figure, something like that. Yo, hopefully nobody break it. You know. Oh, look, it breaks.
Cheap junk.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. I don't know. Let's see here.
What would you like to see?
What?
What would you like to see different? Being now that you've experienced it in person versus a schmucks living vicariously through you.
Big booty grub. Gives me hope. Yeah, hopefully so. I think they're refining that like a little bit, but I have a feeling that's gonna be a hit. Are you talking about from a working standpoint or just a like a collector standpoint?
Like a general schmo like me and Cory.
Oh, you know, energy, man. I think that's a huge thing.
Energy.
I do. I think it works for both. There were people there that that you could see there's like genuine incitement, and there was like a genuine love for whatever booth they were going to, and they would interact with people. And I know that Mezco's had they've had this stigma stuck with them for a while about how you go to the booth and there's no interaction. I was like, I could tell you, like, through the means that we were able to do it, you know, people were there selling stuff, and then Darius and I would be around and we'd be talking to people. Because most of them are collectors and everything else too, but I know we tried to make a conscious effort to talk to people while they were there, you know, within the means of what we were able to do. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But there are some people that had energy, and you could just be sitting there talking to them. You're not revealing anything, but you're talking to them about the product. You're hearing their feedback about stuff. And I think energy is really important, like when you go there, because you can get so much. You can hear what people like about something, what people don't like about something. And then I'll tell you this, there's an inside night. So Mez was there, and I remember he asked, he's like, hey man, what's the feedback like? What's kind of like that? And he's like, this is what I heard somebody say. And he's open and he's hearing, he's listening to it. And so that's information that you're getting that you can pass on to whatever channel, you know? Mm-hmm. And so that helps, because a lot of people will say that they don't listen. But I think if you go there with the energy that, you know, good energy, or even energy where you're trying to, like, maybe get a message across, but you do it in the right way, I think it helps. It helps out the company. It helps out you. I think that's a big thing. Is that a weird answer?
No, well, makes sense.
Yeah.
I did it with Hasbro. I don't even work there. I went over there and I talked to them. I was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And it's almost like you're in customer service. And maybe it's like a bad kind of thing. And so they feed off of it. But I know if you just, hey, man, how you doing? Oh, cool. Man, I love the product. Oh, really? What do you like? It's that's the kind of stuff I'd like to see. Just more interaction on both sides. They talk to you, you talk to them, and things kind of get better. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's where we
have
have a responsibility to make sure that the communication we do have, we do it the right way. That way they're a little more open to that type of, two-way conversation. Because when we just, jump all over stuff, like you can almost understand why they kind of close the doors.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, when you have people that are like haters all the time and tell them trash or, what are you guys doing with that?
Yeah.
And you guys screwed this up. And, we've seen a couple interviews online where people are almost chasing off these, the marketing guys and sales guys where they're
It's a delicate balance. I get it, because if you're an advocate for the community and you're trying to find out answers, I totally understand, because community relies on you, whoever you are, like whatever I don't know how to say. I hate to call it influencers, because they're not. They're just the people that we have in high regard, and they're top tier for whatever line you are. You all know, like Mezco, Marvel Legends, Legions. When you go to whatever specific genre you're going to, there's a guy you go, this is the guy for that line. This is the guy for this line. And those are the guys that you kind of take more information from. And so they're the advocate for the community. And so when you're trying to get answers from some of the companies, it's a delicate balance, because you're trying to get answers for them, for the community. But you have to do it in a certain way, because you don't want to like burn any networking or community. It's a hard thing, man. Mezco showcases was, look at guys, we got in progress with figures we are showcasing, and also so here are some free reveals. Yeah, I think they did a great job with that, because I think the Turtles thing, they showcased that kind of right after the preview, and the Indiana Jones thing. I do wonder how it would have worked if maybe they kept the Turtles pre-order open and then they showed it at SDCC. How because everybody saw it. And if you were on the fence and you saw the solicitation and then you went and you saw these photos from everybody that was putting it out, I think that would kind of like, that would have probably pushed their pre-orders up a little bit more. I mean, because people would have saw it in real time. A lot of people just base it off the solicitation. Oh yeah, there you go. But and you mentioned something about CC about communication. That was something big, because not to stir the pot. So I was reading the NECA board, and there was a lot of feedback, and I guess Randy had responded to it, and I could just see this, what we've talked about before in the past, about how you talk to certain people, and it was just a pile-on. And I guess he answered the question, but it wasn't in a rude manner. It was, do I have it? I don't know. I think I had it because I put it on here. No, I didn't. I was like, no controversy. But he had said something like, he goes, I'm not dogging anybody about price point. You're allowed to talk. You can say your comment. He goes, but it's something about negativity or something like that. Yeah. And I was like, oh, here it is. I'm like, this is another company just saying, hey man, you guys got to chill, and be more constructive about it. What it is. Yeah, 70% of the.
How do you feel about that?
I didn't catch what you said, CC.
How do you feel about that? As far as you know, to me, when a company has a brand, right, and you post something online, are they obligated to just allow any and all comments?
I think it's fair. It allows the customer base to be heard.
Yeah.
I do think that there's a responsibility to customer base. Like I said all the time, they're not gonna. You're shooting yourself in the foot. You're gonna, if you go in there negatively. How many negative comments can you keep reading before you just like, dude, why am I reading this?
Yeah,
It's just I hate.
Yeah, I look at that kind of stuff a lot, and you know, to me, if I were running the company, I delete those comments. Like if it wasn't helping my business,
Yeah.
it would be like you know, on your personal Facebook page, if you just allow people to just go on there and talk trash about you and just leave it, no one would do that, right? If you had somebody that didn't like you and they just went on your news feed or whatever, and you know, they just say, "Hey, Cory's an asshole." I'm not leaving that on my on my wall or whatever. I'm going to take that down.
Yeah.
To me, it makes more business sense to delete comments that aren't in favor of your product. And for anyone to say that, well, you know, that's just wrong, they're not in business to lose money, right? And anybody who owns their own business, I think you're lying if you say you'd handle it any differently, right? And I just can't imagine it. It makes no sense to not, you know, protect your own brand, if you will. There's no business sense to that at all. There's no way I would allow it if that was my company.
Well, what would you think would be acceptable to keep on the board then? Because somebody might say,
for me in my product, if it wasn't positive, it'd be removed. Plain and simple.
What if somebody
comment?
What if somebody said like for this one, for Major Thought, what if somebody said, oh, he has 24 articulation points. It would have been better if he had 30. Are you deleting that?
Well, I don't consider that a negative comment. I consider that more of a question, right?
Okay.
You know, and that's to me where it's different. Like if they said, you know, hey, this thing's only got 24 points of articulation, that's bullshit, right? That's coming down. That's
because they said bullshit? Because they said that?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, this figure's trash because it's only got 24. That comment's coming down.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even think twice or lose any sleep over it. But I guess that's just me. But I honestly, if anyone was really honest with themselves and they had a multi-million-dollar business, you're going to do what you feel is necessary to protect your brand. Because you're not going to let somebody tear it down. I don't care, you know, what you're entitled to. And I don't think anybody else would do any different. Would you let somebody post a sign in your yard, you know, that was trash in your house or, you know, bad mouth in your lawn?
Yeah. I don't, a little bit of dipping of the playbook. I don't let anybody do that on my stuff. And you know what's really funny about it is like, so I'll get somebody to get on my Instagram, and if you want to do this, you can, but it's coming down. But when somebody starts saying stuff that just is out of pocket or it's just something, I delete it.
Yeah.
And it's not, and it's not because I'm trying to silence anybody. It's just, it's the message is way off. If you said something like, hey, and you're trying to have a conversation, you know, open dialogue about it, and then not just push one way, it goes both ways. Oh, well, hey, they did this. Well, did you think about this? And we're having a conversation about it. Totally acceptable. Yeah. But if you just go on here and you're like trash, all this other stuff, I delete it. And you know what the funny thing is I've done this for a while. I'll wait a day and then I'll delete it. And you know, the thing is, the person never says anything. And this is on my personal stuff. We're not talking about group stuff.
Yeah.
They never say anything. Do you want to know why? Because all they did was come and dump and then they left.
Yeah.
I've never had somebody come up, hey, dude, why'd you delete my comment? Because they never came back. Because all they wanted to do was just do that and then leave.
Yeah.
So that's how I know a lot of that is just kind of like trolling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I just don't. It's my personal page. I don't want somebody coming on and just, If that's your gripe, then go to whatever company and talk about it. Tell them. They have more influence to change than I do about it. There's no point in coming to that.
Plus, if like I look at it as my personal stuff, maybe my mom is on there looking at my Instagram or whatever, or my kid, like that's, my family sees that stuff too. So like, don't be shit talking to my parents or my mom or whoever. Why are these people so mean to you? Like
I dislike it.
Yeah, you can't even do that. You can't even dislike it anymore. But that's another thing too. Like, and we talk about this, and I used to kind of feel like, we're like hammered and in. But then I saw a quote. It made sense to me, and it was what gets repeated gets remembered. What gets remembered gets repeated, and that's what it is. There's all this constant stuff about if somebody has free speech to be able to be negative about it, you should be able to talk about it and try to point some of the stuff out that works. Because if you really think about this stuff, like let's just take NECA for example, right? I'm pretty sure I don't know the whole power arc in there, but that's Randy's company, right? The guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if he's running it and it's his company, it's not Hasbro. He probably has a vision of where he wants his business model to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he also knows that he's been doing it for a while and he's invested enough time in it. And so if you're getting in there and you're not explaining something to him from a customer standpoint, you're just going in there to bitch, gripe, and complain, what incentive is there for him as the business owner to be like, you know what? I'm not going to change it. If anything, screw you. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. I kind of like the fact that like I had this, I went to eat at this place the other day. And this lady was just firing back in the reviews. We were going to go get the Brazilian pizza. And we look up this place. I'm looking at the reviews. And this guy said, you know what? I waited 20 minutes for this pizza. This is bullshit, blah, 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 blah. She fired right back at him. She goes, that's bullshit. You only waited 8 minutes. I have you on camera. You didn't tip. And you had a party of 6. And I'm like, whoa. And it was great. Because I'm like, I guess somebody feels like they can get on and they can say something and whatever they want, and there's no repercussion. And she went in on them. So guys like that, I think it's cool. Like they can say what they feel about something. Like Hasbro probably won't do it because it's a big corporate entity. But if you have these other like Mezco or like NECA, they're like, you know what, we're gonna make what we want to make, and it's cool if you like it. But this other stuff, we don't want to deal with that. And that's the disconnect, because you've gotten to that point where the company's just like, dude, we don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
That's bad. So, I don't know. Let's see what you think.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I really do. Like, it's your company, it's your brand. You don't want people going on and bagging you and just talking shit. Like, I think you should be allowed to delete it, unless they have legit gripes that are, like, and not just constructive criticism, I guess is the way, good, something that can bring up good communication, and I know that NECA is good for that as well. Like I'm not a big purchaser of NECA by no means, but I do respect the way they run their social media accounts a lot.
Because they fire back, or is it because they have an open conversation? The only time I saw it was the one I just saw. I don't really get on there. But.
Both aspects, that they will not tolerate like BS to a certain point, but they will have, fair conversation back and forth with people as well.
So like, CC, question for you then. So do you feel it's okay for a company to fire back? Like, how sometimes you'll see some of these comments, like somebody will say something and then the company will fire back like they did NECA or like Mezco? Do you think it's acceptable, or is that bad customer service?
I mean, I wouldn't fire back because once again, I think it just makes you look bad.
Right.
But like I said, I'd just remove the comment. I'd take the high road and just remove the comment. I wouldn't get suckered into that because I don't think it could really end well. And let's be honest, there's nothing that you could say in response that's going to change your mind. When people come at you that way and they're not offering, like you said, there's a difference when you come at somebody and you're open for conversation.
Right.
But when you just come in and just attack and trash something, there's something that I can say to you reasonably where you'd be like, you know what, you're right. I after all, I do like it, right? So it's just not gonna happen. There's absolutely nothing you can say. So there's no sense in even engaging with that person. And like I said, if it was my business, you know, that I had my love, sweat, and tears invested in, I would protect my brand and I would remove all of those comments without hesitation. Without hesitation. Yes, you do have, you know, a right of freedom of speech, right? But you know, you can say whatever you want on your page. If you want to go and trash my product on your page, by all means, have at it, right? I'm not going to go on there and tell you, hey, you can't post this online, but you're not going to come into my territory and do it.
Do you think that people would feel like that's a form of censorship, though?
Sure it is. Sure it is. But I look at it as, you know, just like you have a right to say it, I also have a right to not listen.
That's a very good point.
Right? You can't force me to sit there and absorb whatever it is you're selling. I don't have to. You have the right and you can do it. But you know what? I can also turn the other channel. It's kind of like we always talk about people just scrolling by, right? If you don't like something, just scroll on by. Well, you know what? If I post a video or whatever it is, marketing, whatever I'm marketing, and you put something on there that I don't want there, I have every right to remove that. Right? That's their front yard. It would be like people just walking by and putting some sign in your front yard, hey, vote for this person, and just put it in your yard without your permission. Who would allow that?
Yeah.
Nobody would. Nobody would.
Yeah.
CC takes a moral high ground, makes me look foolish.
Hey, get your shit out. Go ahead. No, what would you say? What would you say?
No, I like CC's answer. He's
in my opinion, it's not professional to engage with the customer in public arguments. That's a very good point. You simply, sorry, there's a notification. Not that I can't read. You simply refer them to the support email or DM link to send a complaint there for further assistance. However, it's okay to educate someone spreading the wrong information. See, yeah, I'm a big proponent of that. I can't stand that stuff. This thing's not coming. They canceled this. Where's the source of information? I can't stand that. That's one thing I don't like in the groups. Yeah,
Mezco's going bankrupt. They stole our energy.
It's just bad. It's bad information. I don't know how many times you have to like disprove that. But you could say the other stuff too. You could be like, oh, you know, the customer service. I mean, it's not up to par. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, I agree with you. If you can't call the customer service number and get a hold of anybody, I can see where that could be a problem. See, I don't have a problem admitting that, you know, or saying like some, you know, like some of the other stuff that happens. That's where it gets funny because you say, okay, yeah, I can see your point. But then when you have a conversation with somebody else about it, it's like, no, I don't want to see your point about it at all. I'm right, you're wrong. It's like, no. And a lot of times people just need to understand that you could probably, with all the, like we talked about before, with all the technology and lines of communication that we have and access to them, this product and the service could be so much better for both sides if you just kind of like deal with it in the right way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but anyway, I love toys. I love toys. Have fun. And it can be better. That's all I have, man.
What?
Next week? Huh? I know. See, I tried it. We did all that in 140. Next week, we won't talk about this kind of stuff. We'll talk about toys. We have play party because I have Rangers, but like I know CC, are you waiting for yours still? Yeah.
I got my Ranger. I haven't had his. I do have him.
We could have play party. All right, so let's do that next week. Play party. We'll do Green Ranger. Is that good?
Not a plan.
Not good. We won't talk about customer service. We won't talk about the community. None of that stuff. We'll just have play party. We'll talk about toys next week. Well, it gives people a different thing. I still think that this stuff is good, man. I still, you know, I don't mind talking. Before I felt guilty about it, but now it's like, no, because I think that if you just talk about it, you kind of show people it can get better because it can get better. God bless you. Or did you fall?
Man down.
Thanks, Digital. Thanks for all the good comments, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. So yeah, next week play party. No serious topics. So I can play with us too. Did you guys have anything? Did you guys have anything else?
Oh,
I
Sawyer
gotta
wants
paint this stuff. Show me. Sawyer, I'll send you the picture of the stuff I'm building right now.
Ow!
Ha, 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 ha. How did he get that? How'd you get that? Sawyer, where SDCC?
He snuck in.
He did? Yeah.
He was actually grub that you were carrying around.
He was using my backpack. Man, I miss that little guy, man. He's so much fun. When that thing drops, I think a lot of people have fun, bro. Yep, Cosmic Con.
I really want it to come.
Do you want grub? That grub that Mr. Paige had?
Definitely.
Yeah.
That thing is cool, man. I can't wait for that thing to come out. I hope they have like little outfits that you can put on them. I need that off too.
Little Hazard Squad onesie, the vector suit.
Yeah. All right. So no spoilers right now. No spoilers. What do you guys give Ahsoka? Because I saw it was certified fresh. What do you guys give the series so far? Scale of 1 to 10. CC, what do you got? How much? A B plus? Wow. Scale 1 to 10? B plus? What do you give it? What do you give it?
I give it
B
a 9.
plus. A 9.
Yeah, I agree with CC. It's. Oh, I want to talk about it.
No, we're not talking about. We're applying a ranking to it. So you give it. CC gave it a 9 out of 10. Better than Kenobi? I'm trying to think of the last stuff that was on. Kenobi, Mandalorian, better than those? Okay.
I think so.
Hey, Mario.
So far.
Better than Book of Boba Fett.
Better than Book of Boba? Okay. So I need to watch
Paige
it.
kicked us
I'll
out.
watch it.
Paige
No,
bounced us.
I did. Am I here?
No, you're there.
We're back.
Oh, okay. What happened? I was like, you guys have been on screen. Oh. Yeah, I need to watch it before. I already saw YouTube creators already going blah 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 blah. Oh my God.
Yeah, you gotta get on for the spoiler. Gotta get on it.
Why would they do? So annoying. I know why they do it. 'Cause they're jerks.
It's content, man. Like people want to get clicks and likes and stuff like that. So,
I think you'll enjoy it. Did you watch Rebels or Clone Wars?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll watch it. I'm gonna watch it. Not tonight because it's too late, and I need to paint still. It's almost done.
CC pre-ordered the HasLab. He jumped on board after watching it.
After watching Ghost, I saw the Ghost.
He just saw like the opening credits and he hit buy. That's all he needed.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. I was gonna send him another picture. They have one like a detailed shot. I'm like, oh, he's gonna like this one. He's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, spend his money.
Right.
He's working hard for it.
Exactly.
Man.
Man, am I ever.
You can't take it to the grave, CC. You might as well get buried with a HasLab though.
Right.
Hugging it in the casket.
Right.
Oh, I got another idea. I'll do it through this week, but we'll let I'll throw questions on Instagram for people for topics. But we won't pick serious topics. We'll just pick lighthearted topics. And we'll just use that as it'll be like a play party / a hangout play party. How about that? I'll just say, hey, what do you guys want to talk about in the next episode?
I like it. When's a 24-hour episode coming?
Probably not for a long time.
The page is on.
Yeah, there's not enough people. There's not enough people watch the show that do that. I'll wait till 5 years. I've heard it takes 5 years for you to break into this stuff. So it'd be 5 years.
Jerry Lewis telethon.
Yeah. All I do is I'll go and I'll open up stuff in the vault all day. I'm like, who's next? Let's say, I open this one up. I hope Mando and Grogu make an appearance at least one episode of Ahsoka. I don't know anything about it, so I like Rosario Dawson though.
I heard she's in it.
I think so.
You know, I had to Google who the actress was that played Hela. Did you know who it was, Cece?
Played who? Hera?
Yeah.
I didn't Google.
Oh, she looked so familiar. It was killing me.
That wasn't actually Hera.
Yeah, it was.
Is it
Go ahead.
Elizabeth? Is it what's her name from Kate? Mary Elizabeth Winstead or something like that? No.
I can't remember her name, but she was in Scott Pilgrim versus the World. It was Ramona
Yeah.
Flowers. Okay.
Yeah.
And she's married to Ewan McGregor.
Really?
I'm sorry to break your heart.
You're ruining the magic for me.
Yeah, cross her off, I guess. First
Another
it was
one bites the
Rachel
dust.
Wise. Yeah, first it was Rachel Wise, now her. Ramona.
Yeah. You see that's getting like a animated version?
Yeah, I was wondering about Bruce Lee's daughter.
Did he have a daughter?
Yeah. Brendan Lee, his sister. Yeah. She's so fly. Mario, we were talking about you earlier. All good stuff, though.
We needed facts, stats.
Yeah, we do. So, all right. So, I think we're good. Next week, play party, Green Ranger play party. And I'll do Instagram and maybe throw something on Facebook. It's not a lot of traction there, so I think probably YouTube or Facebook. We'll just get questions and stuff like that. Random shit that we can talk about. Not Hera. Sound good? Good.
Sound like a plan, fellas.
All right. All right, cool. So, what did we learn tonight? Anything major? Nothing major? Probably gotta take the dogs.
We learned that Toth is badass, and I need him in my collection immediately.
Thought.
Keep your signs off my yard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm looking through this really quick to make sure I didn't miss anything. No, I don't think I did. Yeah. I like this format a lot better. We'll just do this format from now on. Dude, thank you guys for joining. Appreciate it. I know you've been busy, CC, and I appreciate you, man. I really do, bro. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did too. We had the over-under that you weren't going to. That's why I didn't say the suspension thing. Because I was like, you do it.
The problem is we have two of the day shift talents from Mons Venus because Cece wasn't here. So I'm going to pass on both of them and let you guys have them. So,
oh, yeah.
I'm good.
She just took out her teeth.
Yeah. Took off her prosthetic leg. She's ready to party.
Yeah. Gross. Yikes. All right. Well, hey, and also thank everyone for the chat that's in here, hanging out with us. Appreciate you guys. Listen to a bunch of guys ramble about stuff. Oh, Roger Dodger. Have a good night, everyone. Yep. Appreciate it. All right. Everyone take care. Oh, you got your sign off? Sawyer, you got to sign off? Sign off, Sawyer. Take us home. Take us home.
Come on, there's not a lot of pressure here.
You just have 1 million people watching you right now, Sawyer.
Tom was right.
Tom DeLonge.
What about CC? CC, you got yours?
Help control the pet population. Please have your pet spayed or neutered.
That's the best way to end it. Good night. Good night.